On April 10, 1912, the RMS Titanic, the largest ship ever built, embarked on its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City. Hailed as unsinkable, it represented the pinnacle of Edwardian engineering and luxury. Its grand design and opulent interiors captivated the world's imagination. Over 2,200 passengers and crew were aboard, ranging from the wealthiest industrialists to hopeful immigrants. They all shared the dream of a new life or a grand adventure across the Atlantic. The ship was a symbol of human ambition and technological triumph. As the Titanic steamed across the North Atlantic, the weather grew increasingly cold. The ocean was unusually calm, creating a deceptive, glassy surface. This stillness made it harder to spot icebergs, as there were no waves breaking against them to reveal their presence. Multiple ice warnings were received by the ship's wireless operators throughout the day. However, not all of these critical messages reached the bridge. Some were dismissed or simply not passed on to the officers in command. At approximately 11:40 p.m. on April 14, a lookout spotted an iceberg directly ahead. Despite immediate efforts to turn the ship, it was too late to avoid a collision. The massive iceberg scraped along the starboard side of the hull. The impact was not a head-on crash, but a glancing blow. This caused 6 of the ship's 16 watertight compartments to be breached. The damage was far more extensive than initially understood by many on board. Water began pouring into the ship's lower decks. Thomas Andrews, the ship's designer, quickly assessed the damage and delivered the grim news: the Titanic was doomed. He estimated it would sink within a few hours. The ship carried only enough lifeboats for about half of the people on board. This was due to outdated maritime regulations and the belief that the ship itself was the ultimate lifeboat. Panic slowly began to set in as the reality of the situation became clear. Distress signals were sent out, but help was hours away. The nearest ship, the Carpathia, was steaming at top speed but would not arrive until well after the Titanic had gone down. The crew began loading women and children into the lifeboats first. Many lifeboats were launched partially empty, further reducing the chances of survival. As the bow dipped lower, the stern rose high into the air. The immense stress caused the ship to break apart between the third and fourth funnels. At around 2:20 a.m. on April 15, 1912, the Titanic plunged beneath the waves. Over 1,500 people perished in the freezing waters of the Atlantic. The screams of those in the water slowly faded into silence. The Carpathia arrived hours later, rescuing the 705 survivors from the lifeboats. It was a scene of profound relief mixed with unimaginable grief. The world awoke to the shocking news of the disaster. The sinking of the Titanic sent shockwaves across the globe. It exposed critical flaws in maritime safety regulations and ship design. Investigations quickly followed, leading to significant reforms. New rules mandated sufficient lifeboats for all on board and established a 24-hour radio watch. The International Ice Patrol was also created to monitor icebergs in the North Atlantic. The Titanic remains a powerful symbol of human hubris and the enduring power of nature.